Hello. Today I will show you a tool that I have developed recently, yesterday actually. Andrei Kharchenko Eyecolor estimation tool is what I call it. I am not very humble, I call it directly under myself. So what you need for this to run is you need this exe file and this JPEG file being in the same folder. There will be a link to download in the description, and you gotta make sure that these two files are located in the same folder. And in that same folder, you need to add your DNA file. So this is my DNA file here. It's a MyHeritage CSV file. It can be a CSV, it can be a MyHeritage file, it can be a 23andMe file, it can be an Ancestry file, but Ancestry files sometimes cause errors. If you want to make sure it's 100% correct, you can translate your file to MyHeritage file or to 23andMe format, and it will work 100% of the time with these formats. So I will show you. This is just some people that I've been running through my calculator, but I'll show you running myself. So type in my file name, right? And you will get this result. So first, you will get a Vahaduo coordinates that you can use to estimate what ethnicity your genes for Eyecolor look like the most. So this is just Vahaduo coordinates that you can use. This is a list of all the SNPs that the calculator looks at and how many light alleles I have in these SNPs. So this one wasn't found, but it's okay because it's not a part of the calculation of the ethnicity. It's part of the calculation of the Eyecolor, but if it's not found, it doesn't make a difference. It's just kind of it just gets ignored if it's not found. So this is how it works, and I'm getting predicted Eyecolor 2.4, which is between this one and this one. It's kind of accurate. I'm closer to 2, I would say, but I do have a little bit more yellow and brown in my eyes than number 2, so not as much as number 3. So this is what it is, and I'll run this again, but with a different person. I'll run this with my sister, my half-sister. She gets 1.8. between 1 and 2, and her eyes are, I would say, closer to 2, but you know, it's pretty accurate for her. Her eyes are lighter than mine. And you can make a pretty cool little chart. You know, I've just been working, finding people's DNA, finding their ethnicity through admixture calculators, and looking at what they have in terms of what ethnicity their Eyecolor genes resemble the most. So number 1 is all the people marked 1 are people with blue eyes. People marked 2 are people with green and hazel eyes, and 3 is people with brown eyes. So what you will see for people marked 1 is that regardless of their ethnicity, they mostly score Estonian or Northwest Euro, which makes sense because these are, out of the ethnicities I have, the ethnicities that often have light eyes. So this one is European, mixture of European ethnicities guy, but his Eyecolor genes are 100% Estonian. You can't mix it out of the ethnicities I have here. They're 100% Estonian. So this number 2 is a Finnish woman with blue eyes, and her eye ethnicity or whatever is split between Estonian and Northwest Euro. But still, by Northwest Euro, by the way, I meant Danish and parent twin cohort, that database on database SNP. So this is kind of a combination of English and Danish and even Netherlands there. It's just kind of general Northwest Euro. But that's too complicated of a matter to delve into. Next we have Maureen. She is of mixed ancestry, but she has blue eyes, and you can see that Her eye color genes are mostly Northwest Euro and Estonian, but there's a little bit of African there. Next, we have my little half brother. He's Russian. He has blue eyes, and his eye color genes get modeled as 85% Estonian plus 14% American Indian. Interesting, very interesting. Next is a Russian guy also, but with blue eyes. Zanin. His eye color genes are 100% Estonian, basically. You cannot mix with Estonian with anything else out of these categories to create his eye color. The closest to him is 100% Estonian. So number 2, the first one for 2 is green-eyed Pesho Ivanov, I think. I don't remember the exact name, from OpenSNP. He is Bulgarian and he has green eyes, but despite him being Bulgarian, you see that his eye color estimate thing gives him 88% Estonian and 11% Oceanian. So despite being Bulgarian, because this is not 100% of his DNA, this is just a little part of his DNA that's only looking at eye color. He has light eyes. So because he has light eyes, this part of his DNA is most similar to Estonians, mixed with a little bit of Oceanians. Number 2 afterwards is Jewish guy with hazel eyes. So you see, hazel eyes are not dark. Hazel eyes are still light eye colors, and this is why he gets mostly Northwest European and a little bit Estonian and a quarter African. Interesting. Very interesting. After that is my friend Christian. He has green eyes, but he's of mixed ancestry. He is of Hispanic and Anglo-American heritage, but his eye color is green, and he gets modeled as 2/3 Northwest European. His eye color genes get modeled as 2/3 European, Northwest European, 6% Estonian, and 27% American Indian. After that come ICOM, and my estimation is a little bit interesting. I gotta be honest, I didn't expect such an estimation. So I get 63.6% Estonian, which is still more than half, plus 8% Northwest European. This is more than 70%. It's a big part, right? But what's interesting is this 20.6% African. That's very interesting. I think it's a part of what made my eye color green instead of blue. And 7% Middle East. Very cool. Then it's my sister. She is kind of similar to my half-brother, my half-sister. They're from the same parents. And so she is 17.4% Amerindian, and my half-brother is 14% Amerindian when it comes to genes for eye color. Once again, I have to repeat, this is just the genes for eye color. This is not 100% of your genome. This is just a small part of your genome that has to do with eye color. Right. So this one is a Chinese guy with brown eyes. He has a very typical color for his ethnicity. You see, it's 95% East Asian. Afterwards, it's a guy from Pakistan. I determined that by uploading his DNA through Admixture Studio. And he has brown eyes as well, but he gets modeled as 59% South Asian plus 40% Estonian. That's very interesting once again. Afterwards, and this one is very cool. I like this result too. This is Nash Paravoz from OpenSNP. Through admixture, I've determined this is a Russian guy, but he has brown eyes. And what's cool is that he's Russian and he has brown eyes, but if you look at the genes for eye color, it's 54% Middle East, 32% Northwest European, 13% East Asian, 0.2% African. There is no Estonian here at all. So, despite most of his DNA being Russian, the DNA that has to do with eye color for him is Middle Eastern. That's very interesting. So, let me know what you think. Try out my tool. I put in a lot of effort working on it, so it'd be nice to see some responses.